mountaintop, and he gave it all away. Jarrell Miller blew it before he could even get there. Both want another crack at that heavyweight championship. To get there, they have to get through each other.
You don't know that this will be his first step towards reclaiming the crown. 12 rounds, Jarrell Miller and Andy Ruiz.
You see Miller has 2 inches in height, and he has the reach, 4 inches in reach, so you can bet that he's going to want to use that, not let Andy Ruiz come in and do that right off the bat. You want to keep him at bay, keep popping that jab, keep foot feinting, use your athleticism if you're Miller.
Miller has that right hand cocked, sort of like McCauley did in the last fight.
Yeah, but Jarrell Miller's got to be careful, because I think Andy Ruiz is one of the best counter punchers at heavyweight. He gets into exchanges, and most of the time he wins those exchanges.
He has extremely fast hands for a big man, and he can catch and counter really well, especially with that left hand. So if Miller throws a right hand that's going to ricochet off the left hand of Ruiz, you can bet that he's going to want to catch it and shoot the same left hook with the same left hand. That's the reason Miller's thinking twice about throwing that right hand right now.
Miller being very patient. He keeps that left hand low down by his waist.
As soon as Miller throws that right hand, you can bet Ruiz is going to counter with a big left hook. Catch and counter.
Just by instinct.
Yep. I like to call it like a rat trap left hook. Anytime you touch it, it's going to snap.
Andy not wanting to be first. Neither is Jarrell, and that means a slow first round.
Yeah, but this is how Andy Ruiz came out against Luis Ortiz. A different situation. Luis Ortiz is a strong southpaw, and actually the first southpaw that Andy Ruiz had faced as a professional, so he was a little leery in that respect, but he is waiting for those opportunities to counter.
Overhand right from Ruiz.
Hold the hand off the head. Right, stop, no punch, straight back.
It's too early for Ruiz to start throwing that right hand. He still needs to invest with that jab to the belly, just like that. See, keep touching that belly, and then you can drop the guard of Miller. Then you can try that overhand right again. You got to fool your opponent into it. There you go. See that? Big exchange by both men. Both of them barely missed big hooks. Miller's looking for a big shot himself.
And they both sat down on those right hands.
They're both sitting down on these punches. They want to hurt each other. I'm curious. We all know Andy Ruiz takes a huge shot. I want to see how Miller's going to respond once he gets hit.
There's those lightning quick hands from Ruiz, and he caught him again.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Time right there.
The exchange right here. Big baby Miller forgot to put his hands up in the clinch, in the guard. Protect yourself at all times. Ruiz took advantage of that.
Well, you got just a glimpse of the hand speed of Andy Ruiz. He still got it at the age of 34.
You know, Sergio, I don't know if it's intentional or if it just plays out this way, but Andy Ruiz is very good at landing those equilibrium shots. The ones on the side of the head, clipped Anthony Joshua with one in their fight, dropped Luis Ortiz with a similar type of shot. He just seems to find a home in the right spot in the head.
No, you're right. I just think he has good accuracy with that shot. I don't think it's intentional. I just think he's one of these punchers that he's very accurate. When he throws a shot, it just happens to land in the right spot.
Ruiz said, I've got to let my hands go. I can't be tentative. But Miller's saying the same thing.
See, Ruiz doesn't throw that many punches until the combinations start flowing. But I love the fact that he's jabbing to the belly of Miller. That right there is going to serve dividends. It's going to pay dividends.
Well, one of Jarrell Miller's best attributes during his best years was that work rate. He was a guy that would throw 60-plus punches per round. That's what made him the most successful. He is not the one-punch power knockout guy like Martin McCauley. He's got to win against Andy Ruiz with volume punching.
Well, he said to us yesterday, he said Andy Ruiz cannot fight going backwards. He loves to eat jabs and can't handle body shots very well.
Well, right now, Ruiz is doing just fine on the back foot. Stabbing Miller to the chest and to the belly. Trying to set shots like that up top.
I was expecting more from Miller, at least from a work rate.
I think the hand speed of Andy Ruiz has a lot to do with the inactivity of Jarrell Miller.
You know, this heavyweight division, especially, Chris, since we're getting the premier matchups of top 10 guys all the time now, a heavyweight's one big win away from being thrown right back in the mix. Oh, a right hand lands from Miller. Best punch of the fight.
There's a big uppercut by Miller and then over the top. But that's the thing about Andy Ruiz. He knows how to take a big shot.
Miller's just trying to line him up.
Yeah, he's telegraphing that right hand. He should start just letting it go without power. He's looking for the perfect right hand, Miller is. It's too soon for that right now. Just be touching and pecking. You're losing rounds. Momentum for Ruiz right now. Miller's just getting outworked right now by the faster hands of Ruiz. Nothing landing cleanly, but he's winning rounds convincingly.
Let's take a look at some CompuBox numbers as we enter round 3 here. And our second heavyweight fight of the night, Ruiz has landed 19 power punches compared to 10 for Big Baby.
Yeah, that's a pretty low output for Jarrell Miller.
Yeah, Miller's not letting his hands go. He's walking back, Andy Ruiz, but he's not punching, walking him back. So Ruiz is doing well off the back foot, just like that.
These are big power shots from Andy Ruiz.
And for the most part, Miller's not giving him much back.
You know, I questioned Andy Ruiz on Friday about his weight. Came in at 274 pounds, which if you exclude his first 2 professional fights, would be the second highest weight of his professional career, second only to that second fight against Anthony Joshua. And he insisted that it was a planned decision. He knows Jarrell Miller is going to weigh in around 300 pounds. He wanted to be able to match some of that weight.
There's a body shot from Ruiz, then comes over the top of the right hand, and Miller finally answering back.
That was a good shot by Ruiz, but Miller came back. Miller needs to start getting respect here. And I like the fact that he's aiming for the body. Miller is. Both of them are digging down that upstairs. Big target for both of them down in that belly area.
Ruiz getting his licks in wherever he can.
And that's what you got to do. You just got to touch whatever your opponent gives you, that's what you touch. Just like that. And I love the fact that Ruiz is not standing in front of Miller. He's